Over the past 2 decades, our next guest has sold nearly 100 million albums as part of the New Jersey rock institution known as Bon Jovi. The group's latest CD, This Left Feels Right, Greatest Hits with a Twist, is in stores now. You can also see him on the NBC series American Dreams this Sunday night. Please welcome Ricci Sambora!
Turkey Day.
Thank you.
How you guys doing?
First of all,
Hey, good to see you, my friend.
Great to see you. Thanks for getting out of I know you wanted to get out of the house on Thanksgiving. You wanted to get away.
I left my bird on the table.
Yeah. Thanks for dressing up. You look great.
You know, hey, look, I put on my best jeans.
Yeah, right. You're such a nice guy. Do people tell you that all the time? You're one of the nicest rockers around.
Thank you.
Yeah. What do you want to
Well, you know what don't I have to be nice about? You know, I've got a great career and a wonderful wife and a great family.
We're gonna get to the wife in a second. You want to talk about American Dreams or the new CD first? What do you want to talk about first?
Anything you'd want.
Okay, this is you. Like. American Dreams is on NBC. And
you know, I haven't even seen these pictures.
Oh, really? I'm gonna. So tell them the premise. It's the girl is on Bandstand in the 60s.
Well, I had to do my best, John Lennon. You know, I had to be an Englishman. American Dreams is a great show, and they asked. It's about the innocence of the 60s. And they asked me if I would represent a Yardbird.
The group from the 60s, the Yardbirds.
Yes, exactly.
And you said absolutely.
Absolutely. I thought, you know, the show's great, and, you know, I got a chance to, they're obviously, you know, formed my musical.
Right. Yeah. So here's you in 60s garb. There you are. Looks pretty good.
What do you think?
Yeah? But here's the one I like. It looks like you're
I'm definitely looking like John Lennon.
Right. Yeah. But look at your face here. It looks British. It looks like you're doing something British there.
Oh, I'm listening.
Walk around.
It's me best John Lennon, folks. Yeah. Yes. It was a gas to do that. I mean, growing up in the 60s, for me, I believe that the 60s were the renaissance of music. And I got a chance as a musician, as a songwriter, as a guitar player to grow up in the renaissance of music and learn music when Jimi Hendrix and Eric Clapton and the Beatles and Simon and Garfunkel and Bob Dylan, all those great, I think they've formed our whole business and our whole musical.
Yeah.
You know.
We had on Monday night, we had Billy Bob Thornton on, and I actually asked him, put him on the spot, and Mike Gibbons, a big rock and roll fan here, I said, name the top 3 rock and roll bands of all time.
He said Bon Jovi, right?
Yeah. And I said...
Ricci Sambora was second, though.
To make it difficult, I said you cannot name Bon Jovi. So then put the pressure on him.
Don't do that.
So what would be your top 3 rock bands of all time?
Well, the Beatles would have to.
That's what people have. The next 2 were tough.
The next 2 are very, very tough because there's so many great bands that came out of a blues infusion that really, really happened at that point. You know, like Zeppelin and Cream, you know, bands like that, and then you can't discount Jimi Hendrix, which was an amazing.
We weren't counting him as a band,
but he is a band.
Okay, I try. Yeah, right.
He's one of my favorite dead guys.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Who did you have? You had the Clash.
Well, that's a personal. I had Zeppelin second.
Yeah, you had Beatles 1, Clash.
No, Beatles, Zeppelin. Yeah, then I had Clash. But I mean, the Stones, the Who. The Stones and the Who are the big ones, obviously.
Yeah.
Billy Bob picked Kinks, number 2.
Billy Bob put the Kinks in there. Yeah.
You know what? It was funny. Well, not funny. Actually, it was a big honor. We played. We've done this massive tour this year, and culminated by 2 nights at Giant Stadium. But about a month before that, we played Hyde Park.
Yeah.
They tore down Wembley Stadium, so we had no place to play in London. So we had to ask Prince Charles to. Excuse me. No offense there, Prince, but. Ask him to play Hyde Park, and he obliged, and we had the pleasure of having 92,000.
92,000? How?
That's called getting paid.
Yeah.
GP, my brother. No.
By the way, I remember when I was like a kid, when what's my man's name from Frampton? Peter Frampton was huge in '77.
Yeah.
I read this quote that he had in Rolling Stone, and he said, when you performed in front of, you know, big stadium like 92,000 fans, sex is not that exciting anymore. It's that, I mean, you want to comment on that?
You know what? Sex is still very exciting.
But how euphoric is it on stage?
No, you know what? It's an amazing thing where you've written a song like, whether it be Living on a Prayer, Wanted Dead or Alive, or It's My Life, or something that you've written in a confined room with a couple other guys or your partner, and all of a sudden you have throngs of people, thousands of people singing it to you back.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, you're just making a great connection, and but it's still not as good as sex. Okay. Especially with Heather Locklear, it's not as good as sex.
How's Heather?
Heather's doing fantastic.
She's lovely.
She's a beautiful girl.
Yeah, she has great legs, doesn't she?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Just so
Lickalicious legs. Yeah.
I don't know what that means. No. Yes, I do. Now, it says with a twist. Is this greatest? Isn't this the greatest hits or no?
Yes, it's. You know what? We've done first of all, we put our greatest hits in '96,
right?
And it did very well. It's about 20 million records right now.
Yeah.
We decided to, after our tour, because we were bored, we took a week off and went back in the studio for I don't know what reason. But we took all our greatest hits and kind of turned them upside down. And I actually like the new versions of these songs that are like all our #1s and #2s all over the world. And they're contemporary new versions. And
harmonica. You guys used a harmonica on all of them.
Yeah, the Harmonica Cats, actually. Remember those guys that played on that song? Yeah.
No, aren't these acoustic or no? Which one?
Yes, it's mostly acoustic, yeah. Which is something that we've been known for, because I think...
Bad Medicine, acoustic? How do you do that?
Very nastily.
Yeah?
It has a very New Orleans groove to it with a lot of slide, and it's very, very nasty. Yeah, it's great. It's,
cool.
You know, it's cool stuff.
You guys look good. We're running out of time, but I just want to say good luck to your Lakers. I know they lost last year. You're always in the front row with Heather.
Always, yeah. I love the Lakers. Yeah. How about my football team?
Who's your football team?
I just bought a football team.
Oh, I didn't know. You bought a football team?
Yeah, the Philadelphia Soul. It's an arena football team. Yeah.
You just bought
come see us. We're going to be playing against the LA Avengers. My buddy Casey Westman. And,
You're a big sports guy.
Big sports guy.
Are you
love sports.
Lakers going to win this year?
Yes, they are. If they don't, it's going to be a shame. I mean, they got so much talent.
Too much talent.
I mean, come on, Malone and
watch out for the Spurs. Watch out for Tim Duncan.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
Those guys are great.
Yeah, you guys have good seats. Nice to see you again.
Good to see you.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Richie Samber, we'll be right back.
Tomorrow on the Late